Eyewitness News.
Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
All right, a lot to cover. Let's first start with what fell today. Wet snow and sleet, anywhere between 3 and 5, actually 6 inches of snow. Corey Pisatoro and North Cumberland checking in with 6. I know Jim in North Smithfield about 5.5 inches of snow. So 3 to 6, actually 3 to 5 on average, isolated 6-inch amounts. Of course, you had a lot of those ice pellets, sleet mixing in. Here's the deal as far as what is ahead. Of course, we've been calling this storm a variety pack because it's really a little bit of everything as far as precipitation type. Part 2 is later tonight into Wednesday. Now, with that one, some snow at the start and perhaps an additional 1 to 3 inches on top of what has fallen already. Then that snow will transition over to freezing rain and then eventually all rain. And that's one concern that I have, especially northwest corner of the state where the colder air that's sitting right near the ground may be hard to scour out initially. So quite simply, you get plain rain falling into the cold air. You can sometimes get some of this glazing. So we're going to watch the situation closely, especially north and west of the Providence area tomorrow morning. So batch number 1 of at least the steady precipitation is lifting up. That's not to say that we're drying out this evening. We will be left with pockets of light freezing drizzle, light sleet, even some flurries, and then the intensity of the precipitation will start to pick up after midnight. So a bit of a lull as far as the intensity this evening, and then snow returning after 1 o'clock in the morning, turning to an icy rain later in the morning, then eventually a plain rain, and then ending as some very light snow by tomorrow night. Of course, we've been talking about the problems with roofs of late. You know, you don't have to have just snow to be adding stress to these roofs, especially the flat ones. Even with steady rain, and we will see for a time steady heavy rain tomorrow, you get this deep snowpack and you get what's called water load, where the water has nowhere to go, but it's absorbed into the snowpack and it just adds more weight. So we're not quite through yet with the potential for some roof failures and leaks. Downtown, well, somewhere down there is downtown Providence. Our camera lens is iced over, 21 degrees, so well below freezing. You see the areas in blue well below freezing and slightly milder out across the Cape and the island. So part number 1 is pulling away at least the bulk of it, and behind me right in here is part number 2. Let me widen out the view. And that's the main storm, at least that's the one that's making national news across the plains and a good portion of the country. That is headed our way overnight tonight into tomorrow. Here's the breakdown. Futurecast at 10 o'clock this evening with a light mixture. Now, the bluish snow, notice 4 o'clock in the morning we get into some steadier snow. We may pick up a quick 1 to 3 inches in this blue zone, but watch how the pink takes over. This is 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is essentially sleet and freezing rain with the plain rain in green along the south shore. Eventually, the plain rain tries to win out. This is late morning into early afternoon, and then by tomorrow evening, as the storm pulls away, colder air comes back in, and may end as a little bit of light snow. So for this evening, it's a light frozen mixture, very icy spots, temperatures below freezing. Overnight tonight, snow returns after 1 o'clock, at least a steadier snow returns after 1 o'clock in the morning. Then tomorrow morning, that snow, perhaps an additional 1 to 3, changes over to freezing rain and sleet. So obviously slippery conditions, temperatures 28 to 33. And then once we start getting into a plain rain, and it may come down heavy at times, the storm drains are all clogged up. So there may be some nuisance street flooding late morning into the early afternoon. Wednesday afternoon, it's mostly rain. However, northwest corner of the state may still hold on to that stubborn icing situation right in here, staying all snow or mainly snow up across the Mass Pike and the Berkshires. All right, let's check out the 7-day Futurecast. Where's the sun? Well, it's back on Thursday and Friday. Another storm system, a fast mover, potentially on Saturday. That may bring another messy mixture of snow, sleet, and rain late Saturday and Saturday night, and then clearing out on Sunday, sunshine and a temperature at 35. We're covering the entire spectrum here. Some nuisance street flooding. Going to watch the roofs very closely. The potential for icing in the northwest corner of the state. So it's a very complex storm system, so take it slow.
Okay. Thank you, Tony. Pinpoint weather team coverage continues later on tonight. New and Eyewitness News at 10 and 11. Tony has the latest on what he's tracking on Wave 2